Hi, I'm Lori Stifter, and I'm doing an informative speech on the history of bubblegum for my communications class 192. When you think of bubblegum, does it automatically come into your head what it smells like, what it tastes like? My mouth is watering already. And have you ever wondered why it was even invented in the first place? What was it made for? I keep on thinking that maybe it was made by the Defense Department for like a secret weapon. Stranger things have happened. Chewing gum, according to the chewing gum facts, was actually invented many, many years ago. A prehistoric man was chewing gum, but at that time it was made out of tree resin and leaves and grains and natural waxes. But could you imagine what on earth a tree resin would taste like? For thousands of years, this is how gum was chewed. And according to Elizabeth Nix from the Hungry History, answered some of these questions for me. Gum was commercially made for the first time in 1848 by John Bacon Curtis, but it still had that same taste of the tree resin and those grains and the waxes and those leaves. But he experimented on making it more rubbery. So there began our first chance of real chewing gum. In the 1870s, Adams & Sons Gum Company had a sour orange where they marketed it as an after-dinner mint. And then a year later, they also had what they called the blackjack, which was a licorice flavor, but to find out that the flavor only lasted 5 minutes. So then in 1880, William White realized that the peppermint flavor would last a little bit longer. So we're getting closer and closer to the gum that we know of today. And in 1891, William Wrigley sold soap. And then when he was basically selling his soap as a free product, he would give away baking soda. Realizing that his baking soda was more popular than his soap, he decided to start selling baking soda. And he would use his gum as a promotion, as 2 free packages of every time that somebody would buy a thing of baking soda from him. And to find out that this gum was even more popular than the baking soda. So then the Wrigley Gum Company was started. And at first, the Lotta and Vassar were the flavors, but in 1893, the Juicy Fruit was introduced, and then a year later, it was the Wrigley Spearmint gum that is still one of the most popular gums sold in the market today. And because of manufacturing, safety packages, and because of different promotions, gum was becoming more popular than ever. Then, bubble gum had to be more fun. They wanted it to make it more towards kids and not for an after-dinner mint. So by accident, an accountant from the Fleer Gum Company by accident found out about bubble gum. He wanted to be able to blow bubbles with it. And so basically he had a formula that would blow bubbles, and then later he would teach classes to teach people how to blow bubbles, and the advanced class was the double bubble, which when he introduced what is still in the market today is called the double bubble. To find out that the advanced class was that you could blow a bubble inside of a bubble, hence the word for double bubble. And advance on where you've got the packages of gum and people wanted just to have one piece, so they introduced the bubble gum, the gum ball. And that is basically gum that is rolled and then dried in hot air and then covered with wax. And for the future of gum, what they're looking for is they're looking for flavors that will last longer. And they are also looking into putting things into the gum that will help your tooth enamel and will even possibly reduce or reverse tooth decay, which is pretty amazing. So in conclusion, even though gum wasn't invented to save the world, it did change it. And I think it changed it for the better. And it's all in its own little package. Thank you.